With this episode of Danganronpa, I should be upset because of what went down, but I honestly I knew what was coming. So let's start off at the beginning with actually Munakata was a big part of this episode, responsible for I guess slicing Gekuhara's android-like body and in half, by the way, on some Trunks and Freezer type shit. That was pretty cool, even though he's a complete asshole. And what he did, and I don't really care for Sakakura, but he said he's gonna they go a long way back, but right there and then you kind of knew that Munakata was gonna like stab him in the back, and literally he did. Well, I should say he stabbed him in the abdomen. But you get the point. Munakata, the look on his face is like he's kind of pissed off because Despair. He's blaming Despair for all this, even though he's right. Because he's lost Yukizume and now he's lost Sakakura. I guess in a way, that Kirigiri dying in front of Naegi was kind of like symbolic. These two have had great despair in this arc, so that it makes kind of sense in that regard that they're going to be the two to duke it out, and like which hope is going to reign supreme. But the thing about it is, despair's going to reign no matter what, because unless that's a troll. Unfortunately, I don't think it is time. But does that mean Asahina and Naegi are going to be a common item, or is that a troll? I don't know. It is Danganronpa. We saw this before the season 1, where we thought Kirigiri was dead. Remember that when we thought she blew up, and then technically she was elsewhere. I don't think that's the same situation, but it's weird how it went down that way, and it was preventing Naegi's forbidden action. So in that regard, I'm glad she wasn't killed. She did it in her own character, which is characterization for Kirigiri, and that's why I said she's the best character in the show. It sucks that what went down at the end. It did leave a bad taste in my mouth, but I knew what was going to come, especially when we had this troll twice already. But yeah, it's going to lead into an emotional finale, that's for sure. The second thing that's most important about the whole headquarters is now under ocean, and before what happened to Kirigiri, she actually made the observation. The whole place is submerged underwater, and now it's pretty much up to, even if they do manage to survive, how they're going to get the hell out of the building. We don't know what happened to Tagami either, because the trap was set in the previous episode, the building went down, and now they're underwater. So I haven't seen Tagami in this episode. He could make an appearance. That'd be cool. And to step up against Munakata, because right now Munakata's like he was like dick teasing the shit out of the fact that Kirigiri died. He realized what the forbidden action was. He kind of teased Naegi with that. And you see that look of he hasn't given up, but he's kind of like he's got new resolve to finish this. But it's like for me personally, I want to see Naegi like go all out. He's obviously not going to trash talk him to death because it's not going to work. But he's going to have to step up and find a way to survive. And maybe try and take Munakata down, because Munakata really he has nothing left. Even if he survives this, he's fucked because he's lost all his friends. He's lost everyone in the company is just about dead, with the exception of one. Ruruka actually got sliced and diced in this episode, which I don't feel sorry for her, because her way of living was kind of fucked up to begin with. Like, we find out that the way she killed Isaiah, she actually, when she tried to kiss him, I guess she poisoned him with a sweet candy. So yeah, there again. So obviously, another indication is she's completely unstable as well, and she doesn't feel bad that Kizumura that ended up dying as well. And I don't think Munakata actually gave a shit about anybody that's died. Tenzin, the chairman, obviously was found by Kirigiri, Asahina, and Naegi. So one of the most beast characters in this series. And Sakakura does tell before he gets stabbed, he does tell Munakata, "Hey, you're gonna be the chairman," and right the wrongs and start a new beginning in the Future Foundation. Obviously, he changes all right because he stabs Sakakura. You can totally see that coming anyway because, I mean, remember what he did to Yukazume's corpse? He stabbed her right before he was done with this shit. So I'm not surprised about that at all. Ruruka dying is kind of means to an end, really. She has nothing left. Her way of living was kind of fucked up, like I said, to begin with, because she didn't want to be betrayed, but like I said, she had no problem betraying others, including the person that cares about her the most. And the whole thing about her is that it's fine. I'll make friends after this, and I'll make lots and lots of friends. That's kind of what a fucked up way of living to begin with. So, and turns out she ended up got sliced and dies. So I don't know if Munakata's responsible for that or somebody else. But because I didn't see Munakata anywhere, but because he was like talking on the intercom to with Naegi, so now we got a predicament. We got another attacker on the loose. Another person dead. 3 people died in this episode. One of them died by Munakata, and the other Kirigiri pretty much gave up a life to like make sure that nothing happened to Naegi. So that's kind of like it was programmed to be that way that Kirigiri would end up sacrificing her life to save Naegi. But if you think about it in a way, Kizukura's death was kind of pointless in that regard because he sacrificed his life to protect Kirigiri, and she died in this episode trying to protect Naegi. So it's kind of like a full circle in that regard. I don't know what's going to happen next. Like I said, I'm a little bit ticked off inside, but I knew what was going to happen. Like I said, Naegi's going to have to step up. I guess this means, unless we get another troll, that Naegi and Asahina are going to be an item after this, which I don't have a problem with. They actually make a cute couple. But I just think Kirigiri is the best character of the show, but she's been killed. I'm not too sure. I guess it is the end game, so I guess we'll wait and see. Still got a few episodes to go yet, so let me know your thoughts down below. This hit the feels as an episode, so I can't ask nothing better. It's a great episode despite what went down. Can't rate, subscribe. Catch you guys for more.